Hi, I'm Benny D, and in this video we're going to look at finding the area of a rhombus or kite. Okay, so to start us off, we need to decide on what actually a rhombus and a kite are, and the differences and similarities between them. So here's an example of a rhombus. Okay, so all of our side lengths are the same. Okay, but what we find is if we join up our diagonals here, they actually meet at right angles. Okay, so all four side lengths are the same, okay, but it's our diagonals that meet at right angles, not necessarily our edges themselves. Okay, a kite you might have referred to as a diamond sort of shape before, okay, and it's very similar, except we don't need all of our side lengths to be the same. What we do need though is those diagonals still to meet at right angles. So we'll have a pair of sides of the same length, and another pair of sides that are the same length but different to the first length. Okay, and I've put these together in the same video because we actually find that the way we find the area is exactly the same. Now, as per previous videos, we're going to go back and think about our rectangle now, okay, which has an area found using the formula length times width. Okay, area equals length times width. Now, as per previous videos, we've got to remember that what's really important is that these dimensions are at right angles to each other or perpendicular. They've got to meet at right angles, it's perpendicular or 90 degrees. Right? When we have a look at our rhombus and our kite, we can actually see we've got two dimensions that are already at right angles to each other. It's how we define them in the first place, and they're our diagonals. In both cases, they're our diagonals. So we need to go, okay, well, how then can we use these dimensions to form a rectangle? And what we can do is simply surround our rhombus, okay, or our kite in a rectangle. Now what's nice is we can see here, we can kind of divide this up into four sections. Okay, in this case, all the sections are the same. Okay, and we can see we've got a rectangle here, okay, and now kite is taking up half of it. And we can see that that's repeated in all four of our sections there. And again, when we look at our kite, the same thing's happening. I can divide it into four sections just using those diagonals to make four smaller rectangles. And we can see that in each case, the kite takes up half of the area of those little ones, just like our rhombus did. So we can actually find then that overall, our rhombus or our kite is taking up half of the rectangle that we formed up there. That means that our area formula, and this should be familiar, is going to be half times length times width. So we can actually find that our area of a rhombus or a kite is actually going to be the same as finding the area of a triangle. Okay, so we take these two dimensions, in this case our diagonals, we're going to multiply them together and divide by 2. So if we're looking at our rhombus up here, we've got a length measurement of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 centimeters. And we've got a width of 1, 2, 3, 4 centimeters. So a half times 6 is 3, times 4 is 12 centimeters squared. If we look with our kite here, we've got a width or length, of 1, 2, 3, 4 units, or 4 centimeters, times by a width of 1, 2, 3, 4 centimeters, which is going to give us an area of a half times 4 is 2, times 4 is 8 centimeters squared. Okay, so hopefully that gives you a bit of an idea of how we go about finding the area of a rhombus or a kite.